let's check out the Swedish edition of Maria Trolle's Christmas coloring book. You got a beautiful cover. It's got a little bit of shimmer. Got some details of some wildlife here. And here's the side. It's very similar to the Shooting Star coloring book, so it does stand out on the shelf. It reminds me of these three designs, so she's gotten a little bit more pastel vibes instead of the dark editions of her covers. Got some beautiful cardstock in between. This book was released in 2025. Hopefully the English edition will be released next year. So I'm going to do a quick flip through. The paper feels really smooth compared to the English editions of Maria Trolle books. So we will have to do some paper tests in this book. And if you're enjoying this video so far, please be sure to subscribe or give this video a thumbs up. You have a stocking and what looks like a squirrel based on the paw. Got a little border around a Christmas tree here with presents and some squirrels. Forgot what these are called, but it's part of the Scandinavian culture. I'll put it up on the screen if I can figure it out. We've got two little characters here. Got a beautiful fireplace, stockings, little cat, and little gnomes hanging around. And a tiny Christmas tree with the presents. This looks like a mistletoe, and then a little gnome here. Looks like wheat has been wrapped kind of like a bouquet. And then you also have this circular area down here that Maria Trolle is known for. Beautiful backdrop of Christmas trees in the back. And then it looks like this little guy is doing some skiing on a branch. We have a bird and some berries that have little snow in them. This little lady appears to be reading. We've got some candles here and a beautiful moonlit scene in the back. Mice and bird hanging out on a tree. Some candy canes. This kind of looks like it was intended for a shooting star, but she put the design in here with some deer. Snowy scene. Then we have a landscape here with a winter day. This design reminds me of the last design, but pulled out more. Kind of get to see their environment. A snowman with a bird feeder. We have some squirrels and flying bird. And it's snowing. Beautiful lit candle and a squirrel. Looks like a little candy shop. Candies. So that little character down here isn't a doll. It looks like a little gnome of some sort. Lots of presents. Strong little lady. And look, they're carrying that little creature. And it's snowing. We have a fox and a whole bunch of cute little gnomes in the tree. Reindeer. Looks like they're eating a little candy. It's got a little jingle bell around his neck. The jingle bell kind of vibe to it here with the little fairies. We have a portrait of a young lady. Looks like a framed or a sketch of a lady, the way the boxing and the details are around the edges. Beautiful castle with Santa and the reindeers. And then we've got the polar bear here, the beautiful night sky. That could be a really colorful design. We got a lot of activity here, lots of toys and elves. Here's the Christmas toys and the little helper. It's lit up crown with candles. Beautiful flowing hair. And here it is again. Wildlife all around. It looks like they're doing their ceremony. The elf is doing some kind of delivery here. You get the sweet little polar bears. Really intriguing design here. And then on top, little mounts of snow on the tree above. And there's Christmas lights. Another spotting of Santa, this time over a cottage. Then we're getting another portrait design. So this could be something that you could do for like Christmas Day or something. I like the details around the edges. Lots of presents under the tree, and you have the little bit of sparkle around and beautiful cat. And this looks like a little candle nook thing with the cat close up and ornaments. Got a gingerbread house here, candy canes, and a fairy. The gingerbread people are enjoying their time, and a Christmas tree. Little cozy nook with the cat, nice little warm mug, which I need to go get right now because it is freezing and it looks like it's snowing outside. This kind of looks like it could be a snow globe, but it's most likely just a lit up scene. You could change this into all types of things. You could turn this into candy, but I'm not sure. Let me know if this represents something for the Scandinavian culture. It looks like a little fox of some sort. A moonlit or sunrise scene. Cottage back here. And this is a snow-lit scene with some sleighing. Santa Claus is delivering some goodies. And maybe a tree, because it doesn't look like the tree's down here. If you wanted, you probably could make a sketch down here with the tree that he's passing, but looks like he's delivering a tree. Well, there's your look at Maria Trolle's Christmas coloring book. I pre-ordered this, I believe, in March, and I'm finally getting around to doing a flip through for it. So here is the plans for the playtest. I have this book, then I have an older book, and then I have one of the newer books. Let's see if there's much of a difference for the paper. And then I'm also going to do some tests with Crayola pencils to see some Inktense, and we'll activate it with this little Tombow so it won't have too much water to deal with. And then I also have some Prismacolor, and then we'll try some of the, also do a little bit of real brush pens with metallics for that. Let's do some tests. First up, I want to do some tests in the new book. Pick a page I'm not going to be upset about if I ruin it. I think I want to do some greens because I've got quite a few greens for the Crayola that I pulled out. This is actually a really sweet page. We're going to do this page. It's way too cute. I'm going to start with Crayola because a lot of times paper like this is incredible with Crayola. Budget friendly or otherwise. We'll go in with a dark Crayola colored pencil. Do the border. It's feeling okay. I'm not really burnishing, I'm just doing kind of medium pressure. Very sweet. We're going to go in with one other color to go over that kind of like layer. About the same pressure. They feel incredible in this book. So the smoothness that I felt earlier, I'm wondering what that was all about. We'll see if it's just related to me using a lot of premium paper lately. I've been using a lot of different coloring books. Okay, so that is that. Let's go ahead and go in with Prismacolor. Let's go with the blue bow maybe. Feels incredible with Prismacolor. As expected with Prismacolors, just very versatile pencil set. Well, it feels really good with Prismacolor. I'm going to have to do a better test than this. Let's see. I'm going to bring a little Inktense here. Okay. So I'm going to touch this guy again. This time we're going to just bring it out here. And now I'm going to take the other book. This is smoother. These are way smooth compared to this. Wow. Oh wow, these this one has a lot more texture. Isn't that bizarre how I remembered this having less texture? Crayola glides incredible on this book though. If you see me doing this and you're new to coloring, you probably don't know why I'm just missing a whole bunch of areas, but I'm just doing light and shadow, using this as my shading. So this is way, way smoother. Like a countertop smoother. This one still has, a lot of texture. It felt really good with the Crayola. And this one just glides with Crayola. This is the older books, so let's check out Shooting Star. You have to press down hard with your finger. Yeah, Shooting Star feels like it has a little bit more. And they feel almost the same. This one feels like it has more texture. That is so bizarre how I thought otherwise. When it comes to colors, it looks like this is a little bit lighter in color tone. And then one thing to also note that I forgot is that this is one-sided, so if you don't mind the backs to have some bleed through, you could use markers in this book. That's something to bear in mind. Do a quick test in here. This does feel like it has more texture, oddly. Yeah, this feels like it's gliding though. Really nice with the Crayola. Yeah, this has more texture. It's like, which one would I like the most? I feel like this one's gliding incredible, like just like smooth. It like works with the pencil. And then this one I feel like I have to do extra layers, if that makes sense, because it does have more texture. Yeah, this one has more texture. So if you're picking up the Swedish version of this, just bear in mind it'll be a little bit different than the English versions. So let's go ahead and go back here real quick, see what I can do. Do a little squirrel shading. Prismacolor feels really nice in here. The texture, it's just an overall really nice paper for Prismacolor. That's what I'm feeling right now. Let's go back over here, see how Shooting Star was doing. Actually, it feels like this is better over here for Prismacolor. Just feel like it just immediately loves this texture. I bet you it would be really nice to burnish with too. This texture is really nice for pencils. Back here. So usually when you have the texture, it's like different types of grooves, if that's the word. But this feels like the grooves of the texture are tinier than over here. Interesting. I really didn't know how different all three of these would be. All right, we're gonna do, I guess, these toadstools similar. So that is for Prismacolor and Crayola. Let's do the Inktense, and then I'll do the metallic test for fun. So let's make possibly over here. And we'll activate these in a sec. A fuchsia, but it's not. It's like a violet fuchsia. And we'll do her hat. And over here we'll do these guys. Wow, it feels really crazy in this book. It's like I can feel the texture, but it's not getting in the grooves as fast, if that makes sense. This one's the smoothest one too. It's time to activate them. Ooh, that's bright. You could just feel it when you activate it too. Lots of texture. Super smooth. All right, one's for the hat here. And then we'll activate these guys and see. It actually feels really nice in this book. This is Flora, the older paper. Okay, so Inktense felt the best actually in Flora because it was just smooth, which is interesting because I thought it wouldn't do that. And I would say Crayola felt best in this paper, which is a little bit more texture than this one. So all of them feel great. That's the funny thing is like, I'm just nitpicking at this point. It's like, there's nothing really wrong with all three. It's an incredible experience compared to Amazon. But overall, I think I like this paper. I thought for sure it had less texture at first because it felt so different. Let me do one more check because I'm pretty sure my brain is thinking of Emily Lighthole Oberg's book. This one has more texture than all of these. And you know this is a nice cardstock. Let me check one thing though. Let's see if this is thicker. 1, 2. Oh yeah, it's way thinner. Width-wise, GSM, I feel like they might be all the same paper weight for these three. And if you don't know what paper weight is, I will leave it in the video description. A winning combination. So I am very happy with this paper. Oh, one more thing. I wanted to do a quick play test in this book with some metallic markers. More for myself more than it is anything. Soaks it up really nice. This is a one-sided Maria Trolle book, which I think might be fairly rare. So once this is released in the English version, you'll have more accessibility on Amazon and other retailers. For the time being, I picked mine up early this year at imusic.co. Well, I hope you found these tests useful, and I do have a playlist dedicated to other winter coloring books that I'll leave at the end of this video. Thanks for watching.